Earlier today, I came across this TikTok where this creator, AI Savvy, created a Relight application. And I thought to myself, this looks like a great tool. I want to build it myself. So in today's video, I'm going to do exactly that. But I'm not going to be using Lovable. We're going to be using DataButton. DataButton is a full stack no code application that allows you to not only build out the front end, but also build out the back end. Let's just jump right into it. What I did is I went into ChatGPT and this is what I said. Can you give me a good prompt to create a Relight application where users can upload an image and then are able to create lights, different colors, different shades, different contrasts, hear all the different settings, and are able to relight the image. After it's done, the user is able to download the file. He gave me the nice breakdown, and all we got to do is we're going to copy this prompt, and then we're going to put it in to DataButton. You guys could just check out all the links below. You guys could set up DataButton. It's a fantastic tool. So we're going to click New App, and then it's going to ask you, what do you want to do? So we're just going to paste that prompt, and then we're going to hit Continue. I don't have any design inspirations yet. I want to just let it kind of do its thing. And then it's going to ask me if I want to set up all these integrations. So we have Firebase or Supabase. We also have Stripe and Lemon Squeezy. So for now, let's just design it and get the front end set up. And then we're going to be able to actually build out all of the backend pieces later. All right, so we're off and running. It's already creating the app. One simple prompt, one little idea, and we're going to be able to have a really beautiful Relight application. So one of the things for me is whenever I make a YouTube thumbnail, I feel like it's missing that like pop. So that's why when I saw this video, I realized this is exactly the thing I'm looking for, is being able to do this, like add some textures and add some lighting and give it the Relight treatment. Okay, so here's the plan. So great thing about DataButton is going to break everything down into simple steps. Build main landing page with image upload functionality, set up Firebase authentication, create interface light system with draggable light components, build light property panel with real-time preview, and then add export and download functionality. So right now, I'm not too worried about the authentication. So I want to just basically build out the first piece, which is the actual landing page. You hit go, and then now the agent is going to start actually coding up the first part and go piece by piece. So if you've never done no code, this is really important. You don't want to just tell it to build you the whole thing. It's going to break it down into every little piece. And then once you're happy, and only then you say, I approve this, it gets finished, and then we move on to the next task. So again, one of the great things with DataButton, look at this, shadcn.ui. So we know it's going to look beautiful. It's already importing that in, and then you can see what it's doing. So it's installing React Drop Zone with Zutstand, and then also it's creating a global store, and now it's doing the image upload piece, which they just finished, and you can see exactly piece by piece how this all works. This is really good for people that are just starting out. So if you're like me, I'm a vibe coder. I have a little bit of, understanding of kind of how the code works, but I like these tools because it really kind of sets you and lets you understand how it actually works. And with DataButton, you have access to everything. You have set up your Git. You're going to be able to do all of the backend stuff within here. You're not going to have to go to any external third-party softwares. Okay, so it just finished, and you can see up here there's 3 tabs. There's a preview tab, and there's also an overview. So what I like is you're able to see exactly the different components that are being set up, the different files. So you get to kind of see it visually in a tree. And the great thing is you're able to see all the little dots when stuff is actually connected. So if stuff isn't working, it isn't communicating, you're going to be able to see that right in here. So if we click on preview, it's going to load up our preview, and then we should have our first preview of our homepage. Let's see what it looks like. There it is, Lumina Studio, very nice name. Cinematic relighting for your photographs, upload an image to begin. Okay, let's see what happens. How about this one? All right, we'll do a little Marcin image. Ooh, so that came in really big. When I upload the image, it's massive on the screen, period. Make the image preview small. So we're just gonna go piece by piece. Normally, if I was really launching this as a business from start to finish, I would put together a very comprehensive plan, PRD, with all those things. But again, we're vibe coding here. I want to show you the power and how quickly you can build stuff that's going to actually work. And then you take the last steps on actually setting up your database, putting up your authentication. But the point of these videos is not to finish a product that we could sell today, but get started, build out most of the features so you guys can get understanding of like, wait, I have a fun idea for an image thing or an audio project, and now you're able to build it. Just follow along and you're able to do this yourself. All right, here we go. We just finished the next image. There it is. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna go back to the plan and make sure, so build landing page with image upload. That's all we wanted. So that's actually pretty perfect. So now I wanna skip this Firebase authentication. So we're gonna go back to preview and we're gonna say, mark this as, and then we're gonna go to the next one. So we're gonna skip the Firebase. So let's go here and then let's go to the interactive. So here you can see all the different things that it already made a plan for you by itself. I didn't have to do any of this. That's the power of what DataButton can do. It's already thinking like, hey, I'm an engineer. How would I actually build this out correctly based off of our initial prompt? So we're gonna start the task. And now we're working on number 3. So here's another great thing. It's already figuring out fabric.js. So that's going to be our library that's going to help us manage the lighting. Then also it's going to create light control components with the different lights. Then we got refractor, the canvas with fabric.js. So then we're going to be able to actually use that on our image. And you could read through this. So the beautiful part of this is you're able to kind of learn as you go, especially if you're interested, right? A lot of people aren't, but I personally am. So I want to kind of see what it's doing. So I know next time if I'm building, I know now that fabric.js has to do with all of the powerful lighting libraries. That's what you want to install in your next project. And of course, if you guys like this video, my name is Marcin. All the links are below if you guys want to try DataButton. I'm always super appreciative. And if you guys want to join a fun, free community, we have the No Code AI Army, 5,457 members. From beginners, never written a line of code, all the way to full stack developers that are building full-blown SaaS businesses. We got people launching in here, building games, web apps. I mean, you name it, everything is in here. And it's 100% for free for you guys, because I was the lone soldier behind the computer by myself, realizing, wait, why don't I build a really amazing community so people could get started with AI and actually build real products. Just got our first error, so all you have to do is copy it. The great thing is down here, you can see exactly what the errors are. We're just gonna paste that in there. Having little bugs along the way is part of the process. Don't freak out. Like I just got an error and it said repair the preview. It's going to go through it, it's gonna fix it, and it's gonna work. Okay, version 2 is here. Let's upload the image. Okay, no preview of the image, but look what we have here. We got a little plus button. Oh, and there's our light. Oh, we can make it bigger, smaller, and then we can delete it. So that functionality works. So we're already a step there. After I upload the image does not render on the screen. And now hopefully the fix is working. Perfect, look at that. And now we have our plus button, and there is our little light rendered. Obviously, we haven't given the light any features. That'll be next, but you could see that it all works. Let's see if we can delete it. Perfect. So let's see if we can add multiple. Yes, we can. So now we have our lights, we have our image. So I want to rework the image so the size is better. Everything works, but I want you to make the image 50% smaller. Also, I want you now add all the functionalities of the lights. I'm including an image with all the settings. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up an image that I took of the different settings. Here it is. We're going to drag that in, and it has, we don't need to annotate. So you guys just add it in there, hit enter. And now we've given the image, which has contrast, diffusion, saturation, all the typical image, I guess, settings for this type of Relight application. So now part 3 is complete. So now we're moving on to part 4. And part 4 is build light properties panel with real-time preview and all the different settings. So we're just working our way down piece by piece. And soon we're going to have a complete product. And this is the process. You guys are seeing this in real time with very few errors, but everything is already working. And now we're just going to continue adding more features. And once we have everything that we're happy with, then we can build out all the other components of actually completing this and making it a full application. Okay, let's try the next step. We're going to upload our image. There it is. Now we have our plus. And now if we click, you guys could see on the right side, now we have color panel. We also have intensity. And then we have size of the actual light. So this now actually works. We can delete that. We can add another one. Let's add 2. They all have different settings. Let's go to like red and then make this one different red, different size. So you could see the actual components inside are all working. But as you can see, there's still no light effect. That's going to come next. Okay, next what I want to do is I want to go back to ChatGPT and I want to say this. Now write me a panel that has adjustments for exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites, and blacks, also an auto relight feature. And then here it is. So we got adjustment panel. And then we're going to keep that in there. And then we're going to go back to DataButton. And we're going to hit this as mark is complete. But before we do that, we want to put that in there. Now add the lighting features for each light and paste that in there. So this way we're going to have full control over our actual individual lights based off of those specific parameters. Okay, now we have that component. So let's actually try it though, because we don't know if it works. Hopefully it works. So let's give this a spin. And this is the process. You just go piece by piece. There it is. Look at that. Now we have the adjustments. Let's add a light. Wow, look at that. Now we have exposure. Let's do auto relight. So we're starting to see that all of the actual image library is working. We have the whites, we have the blacks, but as you can see, it's affecting the whole image. So now we want to hone in on the actual light. So we're going to go back in. Actually, I want to go to ChatGPT and say, now give me a prompt for the individual light. And I want it to have different settings, a spotlight, a glowing ball, and any other you would recommend. And then each setting that I could program for the individual lights. So it understands that each light should not affect the whole image, but only a specific area. So again, we want to be very specific on how we want to actually do this. And typically with lights, it's a cone, right? So we want to expand the cone, which is then going to give us more space. I love going back and forth with just ChatGPT. And then, so we got glowing ball, we got a softbox, we got directional. Okay, so we're going to go in and then paste this whole prompt. And then we're going to say, now I want to add different lights. And here's the prompt. Perfect. Okay, let's give this a shot. Now we should have two panels. Let's see what we got. Our image should be centered. Oh, beautiful. Okay, sweet. So look at this. We got global adjustments on the right, exposure, contrast, highlights for the actual image. We could do auto relight, and we'll tweak this to actually use very specific settings to make the image look really nice, because right now it's just using some crappy ones. And then here on the left side, we have our lights. So there's our first light. And then when I click on it, it brings up the glowing properties. So we could change the color of the light. Let's go purple. And then we got the radius. We got intensity. We got the fall off. And just like that, we are able to relight. It doesn't look perfect yet, but you could see the progress we were able to make in such a short amount of time. This is definitely looking really good. We also have a softbox. So let's get rid of this one. And then also you can delete. So now let's go into the softbox. Let's take a look what this looks. So we got height, we got width, and then we got intensity. Yeah, this is so dope. So there's obviously some tweaking that needs to happen, but as you guys see, this is the process from start to finish. And one quick thing, when it comes to deployment, super easy with DataButton. All you have to do is hit deploy, and now you have a full hosted application. It's not going to be the final one because we need to set up backend, do all the database when we actually launch this product, but you're very quickly able to deploy this. And then once you're ready with everything, then we're going to actually set up a Firebase backend, make sure everything's connected, host it, and then we'll have a full final product. We stopped here today with this, but you can continue doing this. Giving different effects, you could add text. I mean, the sky's the limit. It's whatever you can conceptualize, visualize, and then use regular language to actually code it in using DataButton. This is the exact way how you could create these types of tools. And then next, I'm going to do a follow-up video for this where I'm going to basically create an actual front end, so landing page. Then I'm going to set up and finish this so there's an actual full completed tool. And lastly, I'm going to set up Stripe integration, charge like $1 just to show you guys what that would look like. But this basically wraps up our video for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Definitely come check out the No Code AI Army. Come build with us. It's all for free. And of course, if you guys check DataButton below, I always appreciate it so much. So for now, I'm signing out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. DataButton is a great tool, and you can do these types of builds for any ideas that you might have. I was inspired by one TikTok video, this one right here, and I went on and spent about 15-20 minutes to build this tool myself, It's not exact, but it's all to show you the power of these tools and what you can build if you spend a little more time. I'm trying to rush through it to show you the steps, but if you spend a couple hours a day, 2 days a week, imagine what you can create. So hope you're inspired to go out there, no code, and build out fun products. I'll see you guys in the next video.